Island Master. We're just eating it raw. Like, I understand the rat person and the... Sorry, my microphone has a very, very long cable, and my feet decided to find that cable and yank it back for some reason. So there, that was that noise you just heard. Make sure everything is fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Alright. And so I think that's the end of these secrets that I've missed at the bottom of this area. So let us go back through this zone, touch the healing crystal gingerly, so we're back to full. And I guess now we'll go for the graveyard? I think now we go for the graveyard, unless I'm missing something. Right, so this is the back way in, which is the way we should have which is the way we did take. I know, so I actually messed up in my original playthrough of this. I actually messed up the graveyard puzzle so badly. And the entire reason I messed it up is that I simply did the entire graveyard puzzle backwards. I had confused north and south, and that had caused me to confuse east and west by extension, which means that I messed up the entire graveyard puzzle as a result of that. Yes, it is Meteor than Grave, but that's just because Meteor is on the way. Right, we also have to do all the underwater things in the Shrine of Water. For those wondering, we've seen the Shrine of Air. That shrine is all the way up on the hamlet of Stormbreach, and over here is the Shrine of Water, surrounded by water. This hasn't been unlocked. Let's just fix that up. Let's just fix that real quick. It gives us the tribal garb and another torch. I don't think the tribal garb is actually really worth it. I mean, it gives more energy versus vitality, but at this point, I think the extra health is worth it more. But I'll hold on to it just because it's the tribal garb. Alright. I don't think there's anything else down here for me to pick up, but I'm going to just take a look. There isn't, so we'll go out of the water and head along the land route. Now, I'm concerned that this area will also have air elementals, because whatever that area behind us, the castle, has enemy-wise, usually gets mirrored in this zone. I think I've cleared this place out, but I'm not too sure. Anyway. Okay, there's nothing here. We would have seen and or heard an enemy by now if that was the case. So the meteor puzzle. Yes, you have to use Dispel Magic. I basically force-fed my wizard enough food to level him up enough to get Dispel Magic because I was so sick and tired of having to deal with them. And it's also going to be useful if I can use him to one-shot the elementals, the fire elementals as well, once I unlock those in the sewers. Now, the secret of the meteor puzzle. The left eye is all the way over here. The right eye is all the way over here. So head on up to, I think, about where we are. That was a very, very poor showing. Hang on. I just gotta trace it very gingerly. And it's the point where these two intersect. You dig up that point, and you get a very special piece of equipment. It's in this area, but I'm not sure if I'm standing on top of it or if I'm not. So now if we go over here. So the eye is actually right here. I just mismarked it slightly. Go across. All the way over to the water temple. Okay, I'm not standing on top of it. I'm actually slightly off. This is the intersection. This puzzle over here, simply solved by digging this point, and we get the meteorite. 6 pounds, almost too hot to touch, of nothing. It doesn't do anything yet. This will come into play much later in a further area that we currently... I know the solution of how to get there, so I could sequence break and go there if I want to. But just for everyone else's sake, I'm not going to sequence break yet. I'm going to actually go and figure out when that's supposed to happen. No, do not solve that puzzle. Not yet. Not yet. I almost did the solution. And I refuse to do the solution until the game actually tells me what the solution is. So, we're going to turn the light spell on, and it's time for us to hunt some fish folk. There are a few underwater puzzles that we can do in the water temple. However, those underwater puzzles necessitate that we have to kill off the fish folk so the fish folk don't bother us. Also going to prepare some energy potions for all our party members, as those energy potions will also come in handy later. I remember that one of the water puzzles has a really, really dumb solution, so I don't blame you for missing it. Hello there, water person. Hang on, I'm gonna look for a ladder real quick, because I don't want to be trapped down here. I need a ladder. I need a ladder. There we go. That one. That's the one I expected you to miss. That one had a really dumb solution. I don't remember it. I think I had to look it up. But I think there's actually a button that's hidden somewhere underwater that you need to press. No, that's a multi-layered one. Hang on. I think I can actually do the solution to that puzzle right now. Give me a moment. If I remember right, the solution to that force field puzzle is actually... There's a button that is right over here that I should be able to press. Yep, there it is. The button is right here, and this deactivates the force field. It's exceptionally stupid. I do not blame you for missing it, because you should... that should not be. It's the only instance of a button that is hidden by the vines that I can think of. I knew I should be able to do that puzzle, I just didn't remember when. You know, like I said, I don't blame you for not being able to solve it. It's a really dumb solution to this puzzle, because you'd never expect it. Every other button is clearly shown, except that one. Did you miss much on the reward? Yeah, runestone necklace, and the mirror Cuse, which is definitely going to go on him right now. You don't need the willpower amulet. That gives more willpower, and I guess you can take the willpower amulet. Alright. We don't need this anymore. I'm just looking for some food because people are actually kind of hungry at this point. Yeah, I never ate the mushroom caps. Let me grab the fishies. Thank you. Thank you very much. Fishy, you're mine. The protection is much better than the resistance, so we're just going to put this away for now. As you can see, his resistances are going through the roof. And Zarok is probably going to be our tankiest person here. Well, I kind of built him to be, so I would expect him to be tanky. If he wasn't, I'd be severely disappointed. So excuse me, I'm going to run over here because I think there's a ladder that I can make use of. There's still one more puzzle that I want to deal with after I kill off most of our opposition. Alright, Fishman, where are you? I know I didn't kill you. Alright. There's a very simple solution to the hold your breath puzzle. There's a reason we have all these energy potions right now to start wasting. And we're just going to waste them. As soon as their energy starts going down, pop an energy potion, pop an energy potion. I didn't give one to you, but that's fine. Energy potion. Energy potion. Energy potion. Energy potion. Energy potion. And once you unlock it, you don't need to unlock it ever again. Now, was it worth all that? Worth all that trouble? You get a single antidote and a skull. The skull is worth it. Oh my god, fish person. Buzz off! Spunty, 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 and Spunty Jr. Your damage and ability to carry stuff goes even higher. Oh, skulls with a Minotaur are always worth it. Anything else, you could just leave it. Not like it's actually of any value or worth. Why am I down here? There is no reason for me to be down here right now, because I'm just going to keep drowning again. I can manually activate his rages. I can make it so the one-off of our Minotaur friend can just immediately rage if I want to, on demand. Shouldn't be anything in the danger spot. We've already done the danger secret. There's a ladder right here, so let's take a look if there's anything worth my time to pick up. There's this wooden box, but I think this is a box I threw down there. Let me just take a look. Embalmer's pants. Why? Oh, that's annoying. Do I have the Embalmer's hat on anyone? No. Ether weed. There's a potion off in the distance. I don't think it's worth it, but I'll take a look. The original method I used to actually kill people with on this is that I would get the enemies to trick the AI to go into a corner and then just curb stomp them instantly. Because if you trap an enemy in a corner and jump down on them and their AI forces them to move backwards in that corner, they die instantly because they can't move. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that has backfired on me on occasion, such as the infamous crab incident where I had a crab nearly gut me because I decided to try that trick on him, and instead he just moved out of the way and moved into a corner, or he forced me into a corner where he could attack me and I couldn't dodge around him. So, take it with a grain of salt. You don't always want to immediately go and try to just kill someone by stomping on their heads, although if you can do it, it's usually worth it. Alright, I think we can clear off the eye and, like, the markings, because those markings are now useless. I think I marked something down here earlier. I just don't remember what I marked. Oh well. Are there any other secrets that I want to go for? No, I actually am going to solve the meteor puzzle. God, I hate the meteor puzzle with a passion. Not the meteor puzzle, the graveyard puzzle. I'll slap this rock first, just so I don't lose any progress in case the game crashes again. Alright. Alright, well, with this lighting the way, first things first, let us grab ourselves the Life Drinker sword. This is the sword, right? Yes. Bone Blade. Ah, requires light weapons 4. Deathly cold to the touch, but it's based off of strength and it's better than the longsword. Ah, you're gonna eat. Light weapons 4. Do it. The bonus of the sword. Not only do we deal more damage with it, but successful hits drain life from the target and heal you. That's one of the things I will almost always spend the golden keys on, simply because it is just that useful. Now, this puzzle is moderately obtuse because it doesn't make a lot of sense unless you think about it in the terms of cardinal directions. He began traveling towards the frozen tundras. The sun was setting. Then he looked at the path leading to the burning hot desert he called home. Finally, the Star of the North came to lead the way, and he continued walking along the path. There are 4 parts to this puzzle that you need to move it. The sun is setting. He's traveling towards the frozen tundras. Frozen is normally north, so I believe it's go north first. Each line that you see here represents another clue. Frozen tundras is north. Let me get my compass. Where'd I leave it? There it is. And I am going to get this wrong 1,000 times. Frozen tundras is north. North it goes. It goes back. The sun sets. The sun sets in the west. So west is in this direction. So it goes back. Hot desert is... You can't see the area yet, but the hot desert, I think, is up here? No. So hot desert he called home. Which should be south. Then north. Then continued walking along the path. Which of the setting sun is the west? I flubbed it up again. North? The sun rises in the east, sets in the west. Goes west. Burning hot deserts, normally south. I'm fairly certain it's north. Though in the context of the game, even though we can't see the land just yet. Star of the North came to lead the way, continued walking along the path? No, this doesn't seem right. It feels like we've messed this up along the way. Yeah. The red needle is north, right? Because I just did northwest, south, north. That was the first solution I did. Unless I did it backwards again. Yeah, I think I did it backwards again. Hang on. Okay, then. Oh, northwest, south, north, north. Duh. I'm an idiot. Ugh. Northwest, south, north, north. It's two norths at the end. That's what caught me last time. Anyway. This is the last hub teleport, but the hub key is a bit further away than you'd expect. Oi. Oh, we get the stun off just as it dies. Now, there's a lot of enemies in this area, but not a lot that you'd expect. Or not a lot that you'd expect to be truly dangerous. Until you realize that since we're in a graveyard, there's a lot of undead who'll just rise out of the ground. Behind you and off to the sides, basically in far off corners that you'd never expect. In short, be very careful about where you walk. You will trigger spawns that you never could have possibly seen coming. This is an anagram, isn't it? Airhip, the master carpenter, is there. I mean, since we're in a graveyard and we have a spade, might as well get to work. Right? Right. Find. It's not the longsword. Oh, leather gloves. Did I already equip the leather gloves? Yes, I did, so those are useless to me. I suppose if you aren't engaging in grave robbing like I am, you wouldn't have a problem with this. Here are the scribe, the esteemed writer of the Annals of Thureen, 1 through 7. Funny how this undead in particular does not burn. Oh yeah, I can water blast, I think. Hang on. So that's, no, that's earth. Never mind. I'm not a water mage. Okay, that's shock, so I shouldn't be able to do that unless I get air magic. Anyway, gonna continue with a good old spot of grave robbing until all the graves are defiled over here. Maybe one of them has the hub key? No, the hub key's at the end of this because this is a massive puzzle area. I remember now. Oh, God. These puzzles aren't particularly obnoxious, more they're just very annoying. An unknown shaman lies here, swept onto the shores by the waves, too weak to talk, but powerful enough to curse us all. Carries a bag. The bag carries cheese, burrow rat shank, and just more food in general. None can truly complain about more food. Our life's blood. Also, burrow rat shank, these 3 pieces of food. Okay, that leveled him up, and then that bread should be tossed towards the farmer anyway. Alright. So, for you, Zalrock, we leveled you up once, we need to level you up again. We're going to allow you to one-hand heavy weapons before too long. And then you'll be able to use them all, and then we're going to still realize how terrible your accuracy is. You can all hear the power gem in the distance, but understand that we are not close enough to make use of it just yet. Miriam Riddle ended her life in the Red Hills in the town of Ediamun. Puzzles and mysteries meant everything to her. Well, if you're the one who made all these really annoying puzzles, I'm glad to be grave robbing you. Also, word of advice, they give you Backbiter here, or Bonebiter, in this area. Do not, under any circumstances, use Bonebiter on the undead. You're trying to drain life from something from which life does not exist. Alma, an obedient servant, never spoke a word. It will only backfire. Now it's... hang on. Come on, light. I need to see. Just for demonstration purposes, you normally heal from doing this. But instead, you don't drain them. Whatever you do, do not think about trying to drain them. It does not work out. There we go. My right shoulder is currently killing me. And again, my sitting position isn't the greatest. I'm sitting, pushing the chair, or, sitting in such a way to push the hind legs of the chair off the floor while sitting intently commentating, because that's the only way I can pay attention and not slouch. Well, my feet are somewhat behind me, and I don't think my body's appreciating this sitting position. Oh well. Alright, it gives you a shovel here to encourage you to go grave robbing, if you really feel like you should go grave robbing. I mean, you should go grave robbing. It's a wonderful little profession. Anyway, just because you usually get stuck behind undead if you try to dig these people up. Remember when I said the fire spells, that the Fire Blast was going to be our mainstay for so long? I wasn't wrong, but I was really hoping to get some other fire spell before too long. And not have to immediately go to Dispel Magic because I ended up accidentally triggering air elementals to start spawning. Yep. I'm wise to the tricks of the undead. I know that you guys love spawning right behind me. Hello there. Get over here. Come on, don't be shy. There's a guy right behind me. Die already. There's two of them. Right. Talk about hordes of the undead. Yeah, you still got energy potions, so, I mean, I guess it still works. Let's toss down this next one. We need it. Thing is, I don't want to go too far, because if I go too far, then more are going to keep spawning. Because this is the area of the undead.